Welcome to Learner's Planet, my dear children. Children, today we are going to study about health and hygiene. In the previous session we studied about one main food group, that were vitamins, and this is session 6 in which we are going to study about another main food group, that are minerals. So children, let's start with this food group. Yes, what is meant by a mineral? What are actually minerals? Yes children, you must know that minerals are elements that form in the soil. Alright children, minerals cannot be created by living things such as plants and animals. Right? Plants, animals and humans need minerals in order to stay healthy, and that is why we can obtain minerals from the soil, because they are the elements that form in the soil itself. Right? So just like vitamins, minerals help in the growth and development of our body. Like in the previous session we studied that vitamins are the substances that are found in foods we eat, right? And our body also needs vitamins to work properly so that we can grow and develop just like we should, right? So like each vitamin has a special role to play, minerals also have special role to play, because they help in the growth and development of our body, right? So minerals are very important and very much essential for us, because minerals perform functions such as strengthening the bones and maintaining a normal heartbeat, right? As you know that heart is our muscular organ and it always keeps pumping, right, without stopping. It never gets fatigued, right? So for maintaining our muscular organ, that is our heart, minerals play a very important role to maintain heartbeat. Alright children? So the body uses minerals to perform many other different functions also, like strengthening the bones, maintaining a heartbeat, for the proper growth and development of our body. So children, plants absorbs minerals from the soil, because minerals form in the soil itself, right? So plants absorb minerals from the soil, and animals get their minerals from the plants or from the animals they eat. Alright children? So in this way, plants and animals get minerals from the soil. Animals do not get minerals directly from the soil, right? But plants absorb minerals from the soil directly, and then animals will get their minerals from the plants, either from the plants or the animals they eat. And finally, we can consume plants and animals, right? Plants as well as animals are the food sources for us. So indirectly we will also get minerals from plants as well as animals. So many of the minerals in the human diet come directly from plants such as fruits and vegetables, or indirectly from animal sources. And children, you will be amazed to know that minerals may also be present in our drinking water, but it depends on where we live and what kind of water we drink, right? Because minerals from the plant sources vary from place to place, And also minerals also vary in drinking water, right? The water which is available at every place is actually different. So it depends upon where we live and what kind of water we drink, and at what place, at what type of place we live. It all depends upon that. So minerals which we obtain depends upon many factors, right? So children, let's see some example of important minerals which should be included in our diet, which are actually very much essential, right? So let's see some important minerals which forms our major diet. Yes, first example is calcium. Children, calcium is a very much essential mineral for our body. Why? Because it is very useful for us. It is useful in many ways. So let's see first that from where do we get calcium? Yes, it is a mineral which is obtained from dairy products. So we get calcium from the dairy products like milk, cheese, yogurt, green leafy vegetables like spinach, etc. Alright children, and most of the fruits also contain some amount of calcium, right? Fruits also contain many other sources, many other things, and they even contain calcium, but in a very less amount, right? But then too we should consume fruits. From fruits only we can get calcium, and also from the dairy products and green leafy vegetables, right? So we should consume calcium. Why? Because without calcium our muscles cannot work properly, right? And if they will not work properly, then we will not be able to do any kind of work, right? So children, we should include all these food sources in our diet. Children, nuts like almonds and grains like oats also contain calcium. Even beans also contain calcium. So we should include all such foods in our diet. So children need 800 to 1300 milligrams of calcium per day. So this is actually very much essential, right? Because children need calcium, that is 800 to 1300 milligrams per day. Milligrams is not too much. It is in a very small amount only, but this small amount also plays a very important role for maintaining our health, right? So to make our muscles work properly, we should include calcium, right? Calcium which can be obtained from all these food sources. So we cannot directly obtain calcium in our diet. We cannot get calcium in the market, but we can get it through the products, dairy products, and even from other food sources. So include all these food sources in your diet so that you can get calcium. Alright children, so let's see another example of a mineral. Yes, the second one is phosphorus. Children, phosphorus is also an important mineral which is obtained from fruits like lychee, pomegranate, avocado, dates, etc. Right children? So we should include all these fruits in our diet. Not only these which are fruits, also you can include other fruits. We have just mentioned some of them, right? So you should include all the types of fruits which are available in the market. Then we also get phosphorus from nuts and nuts like oats, cashews, etc. We also get it from vegetables like corn, peas, potatoes, pumpkin, etc. And we can also get phosphorus from the animal sources like goat milk, goat cheese, and even we can obtain from cheese, soya beans, etc. Alright children, so why should we consume or why should we include all such food in our diet? Because we can get phosphorus from these food sources. And why phosphorus is important for us? Yes, it is important because it is necessary for the formation of bones and teeth. So it is very much helpful for the formation of bones and teeth. And that is why we should include all such food sources in our diet, so that we can get phosphorus. So we should consume it in such a way that this much of required amount in our body. That means children need 500 to 1250 milligrams of phosphorus per day. So this much is very essential for children. Alright? So you should include all these foods in your diet. Let's see another example, children. Yes, iodine. Children, iodine is present in fruits, vegetables, nuts, etc. But most of the legumes do not contain significant amount of iodine. So, if you do not consume legumes, that's okay for the requirement of iodine, only just for the requirement of iodine. But you can get iodine from fruits, vegetables, nuts, etc. Right? Okay children? So you can consume vegetables like green leafy vegetables like spinach. You can get iron in more amount but iodine in less amount. So we should also include other vegetables also. Alright children? And why should we include these all food sources in our diet? So that we can get iodine. And why iodine is so much essential in our diet? Yes, it is helpful for proper growth of our body. Right? Iodine is very helpful for proper growth. And iodine also keeps our hair, nails, skin and teeth healthy. Right? So we should include all these food sources so that we can get iodine. And children need 70 to 150 micrograms of iodine per day. Right? Rest of all other minerals we need it in milligrams. But iodine is one such mineral which is actually essential in our diet, but we require it only in micrograms. So children need 70 to 150 micrograms of iodine per day. Alright children, so let's see another example of mineral. Yes, iron. Iron is also an important mineral and it is obtained from red meat, eggs, beans, baked potato, etc. Children, remember, you will not get iron from fried potato or wafers, right? You will get it from baked potato. Alright, so you should not pre-fry and consume it, right? Always remember that it is obtained from red meat, eggs, beans, baked potato and other food sources also. We have mentioned only few of them over here. Alright children. So children, iron is also very much important because It is also obtained from potato skins, even from the dried fruits like raisins, so you should include raisins also in your diet. Then from green leafy vegetables and the vegetables like broccoli, whole grains and whole grains like wheat or oats, right? So from all these food sources, iron is available to us. And why is it so important? Because our body needs iron to transport oxygen from our lungs to the rest part of our body. As you know, children, that oxygen gas is very much important gas for us because we need oxygen to breathe in, right? And our body needs iron. This is one such important mineral which is helpful for transportation of oxygen from our lungs to the rest of our body, right? And our body needs oxygen to stay healthy and alive. So iron helps in the formation of hemoglobin also. It is also a kind of substance that carries oxygen throughout the body. That means it first carries in the blood which is present in our body, right? So iron helps in the formation of hemoglobin, which is red in color and which is present in the red blood cells that carries oxygen in the blood throughout the body. Alright children, and children need 10 to 12 milligrams of iron per day. Alright children, so you should include all these food sources in your diet. Let's see another example, children. Yes, magnesium. Children, magnesium is also an important mineral which is obtained from fruits like banana, watermelon, kiwi, avocado, guava, dates, etc. Right? And you can also, it is also obtained from vegetables like peas, French beans, nuts and grains like almonds, peanuts, oats, pine, and even it can be obtained from soya beans, soya milk, cheese, goat milk, and even most of the legumes also contain magnesium like beans, peas, etc. So we should include these all kinds of food in our diet. And why is it important for our body? Yes, it is important. Magnesium is important for bones, for the formation of bones, and even for the energy production. Alright children, so we should include all these food sources so that we can get magnesium from it. So children need 130 to 240 milligrams of magnesium per day. Alright children, so now let's see another example of a mineral. Yes, potassium. Children, potassium is also an important mineral which is obtained from bananas, broccoli, tomatoes, potatoes, green leafy vegetables, citrus fruits like oranges, then legumes like beans, peas, peanuts, etc. Alright children, so we should consume all these kinds of food sources in our diet. And why we should include this in our diet? So that we can get potassium. And why is potassium very much essential for our body? Yes, potassium keeps our muscles strong, and it also helps to make sure the amount of water is just in the right amount or not. So whether the water in our body is present in the right amount, or does our body requires more water, or it is very less in amount, right? All these things are regulated by one such mineral called potassium. So potassium is also very helpful for maintaining the balance of water in our body, right? And it also keeps our muscles strong. So children, you need 200 milligrams of potassium per day. So this much potassium is very essential for our body. Alright children, so let's see another example of mineral. Yes, sodium. Children, sodium also forms an essential part of our diet, and it is obtained from all the fresh whole vegetables like broccoli, sweet potato, beetroot, nuts and grains like coconut, nuts and grains like coconut, pumpkin seeds, then cheese, cream, eggs, soya milk, yogurt, etc. Alright children, so you should include these all kinds of food sources in your diet. And children, sodium, why is sodium so much important for our body? What is the function of sodium, children? Yes, sodium is required by our body to regulate blood pressure and blood volume, right? So it helps to maintain the blood pressure, and it also helps in the proper functioning of our muscles and even for the proper functioning of nerves. Alright children, so different body types need different amounts of sodium, and that is why scientists have came to conclusion that children need 120 milligrams of sodium per day. Alright children, so we saw many examples of mineral, and we also observed and noticed that minerals are actually very much important for our body. So we should include all the kinds of food sources in our diet, because we cannot consume minerals directly from plants and animals or from the soil, right? We cannot consume directly from the soil, so we can obtain it from the food sources which are available from plants as well as animals. Alright children, so children, if your mother says that you have to eat this kind of green leafy vegetable or you have to consume fruits also, then do not say no to her, okay? Always remember, mother is always right. So you should include each type of food source in your diet, because each of the type of food source contains something or the another very important food group. The food groups among carbohydrates, proteins, vitamins, minerals, fats, etc. Alright children, so children, now let's see that lack of minerals can cause what kind of diseases in our body, right? So this is a chart in front of you, and we have mentioned only some of the minerals over here which can cause the type of diseases if we lack in our diet or in our body, right? So the lack of minerals in our body can cause many diseases. Alright, if we will not include any of the food sources which we discussed in our diet, then we can fall sick due to any lack of mineral, and we can suffer from any of the diseases if any of the mineral is lacking in our body. So let's see what kind of lack of mineral can cause what kind of disease in our body. So the first one is calcium. Children, lack of calcium in our body can cause bone diseases, because calcium is very much important for the formation of bones. Secondly, iodine is also a very important mineral, as we discussed. So children, lack of iodine can also cause goiter, that is swelling in neck, right? your neck swells, right? So this is actually a disease called goiter, right children? So iodine is very much important, and you must be knowing that in many countries iodine is added to table salt, right? Commonly called as common salt that we eat in our daily diet. So we should include common salt in our daily diet also, because it is actually providing us with minerals, right? So lack of iodine causes goiter. Then lack of iron can cause anemia. As you know children, as we discussed, that iron is very much helpful for the formation of hemoglobin, right? So lack of hemoglobin and lack of iron in our body can cause anemia. Okay children? So this mineral is also very much important and essential for our body. Then the next one is sodium. Children, lack of sodium can cause high blood pressure, and because of this high blood pressure we can suffer from other diseases also, and even our heart will not be in a proper condition, or it will not work properly, right? So sodium is also very much essential, and if we are lacking sodium in our body, then it will cause high blood pressure, which is not a good thing. Then the last one is potassium. Children, lack of potassium mineral in our diet or in our body can cause muscle weakness, right? So you should include all the food sources which are rich in potassium, right? Like bananas, tomatoes, potato with skin, then green leafy vegetables, then citrus fruits like oranges, dried fruits, then legumes. So we should include all the type of food sources in our diet, so that we can get all the essential or the vital minerals in our body. So lack of potassium in our body can cause muscle weakness, right? Because potassium is very much helpful for making our muscles strong, right? So children, these are some of the causes and some of the data which we discussed, right? There are many other minerals also, due to which the lack of those minerals in our body can cause other types of diseases, right? So we have discussed some of them in the chart. Alright children, so I hope you enjoyed this session and learned about the main food group, that were minerals. So in the next session we will continue with other food groups and even other things about health and hygiene. So children, till then keep learning and keep enjoying. Thank you.